Hi, I'm Mike Bresnahan with the Los Angeles Times alongside Jonathan Feigen of the Houston Chronicle. Jonathan, it's over.
We're going to do this in the finals. You and I will just do this again in the finals.
That's right. I mean, even if it's like Cleveland, Denver, there's an audience in Houston and LA for that. No.
Yeah.
It's not going to work. This is.
We know what? We'll just do it, the two of us, just for the fun of it. We don't need, sorry, no offense, but, we'll just.
Like over the phone.
Yeah, there you go.
It's so much fun. We'll just keep chatting.
It's been, I wouldn't call it a great series, but I thought it was a very interesting series.
Yeah.
There was, I feel like, and I know reading your stuff, there was never a lack of material. There was plenty to write, from the angst in Los Angeles and of the Lakers that they're still playing today, to the Rockets' highs and lows, and incredible highs and lows. My gosh, I don't know if they could be at greater mood swings. And then, of course, finishing the way it did with just one more route.
The hardest story for me to write this entire series was the lead-up story for today's game. It's like there's no more creative tension left. That's it. It's over. And now it's kind of like, all right, there were no suspensions, no flagrant fouls in the end. It was just, all right, Game 7. You win, you keep going.
Well, there's that. Today's game, I don't know if it'll be a hard game story to write, but it was a hard one to watch.
Yeah.
Because it didn't take long before you're thinking, okay, few hours we'll be writing, and in my case it'll be season wrap up. Not so much in today's story, but there's going to be a lot of that. It's about the series as a whole and what they overcame to get here, and then what they could not overcome. And it's funny, I don't know what to make of this, but neither team looked like it could take a punch. And the Lakers hit the last good standing 8-count punch to where they got off to the great start today. The Rockets got knocked down. They got up, but they never made a move. And that's been the case of each of the last 4 games.
Yeah, I mean, the Lakers never trailed in in this game. They were up 20 at the half. They were up 10 after 1. It was just like a gradual, incrementation. I'm going to use that word. I don't think it's a word, but
yeah, don't send it. Just for us.
Yeah, for us.
This is video stuff.
And our the 3 people who'll be watching us, and our cameraman Mark Medina as well. But it just you never felt the Rockets were in it today. They just never were.
No, when you miss your first 12 shots,
yeah,
you're not off to a good start.
Yeah.
And that was a big part of what the Rockets felt they had to do, was play well early. They didn't expect to get the 17-1 jump that they did on the Lakers in Game 6, but they just wanted to be playing well. And they clearly weren't, as has often been the case with the Rockets. There's times they just don't move the ball very well. The Lakers did a great job. They just completely committed to trapping every screen. We are going to just jump on those screens and trap there. This is no great shock that they would do this, but the Rockets didn't handle it very well. Missed some shots, some of which weren't bad shots, but it was too much to overcome. Even if they played the Lakers fairly evenly from some point mid-second quarter on, it was never a challenge.
Nothing for the Rockets to be upset about. I mean, after losing Yao after Game 3, to go 2-2 against this team, 2-1 up till a few hours ago. Very, very impressive last week or so of the Rockets season.
It's something they can build on, in that they have guys they can now imagine winning in the postseason, winning round after round in the postseason, or being a part of that kind of team. I don't think they can say, well, all we need to do is get healthy and stay healthy.
Right.
Well, okay, but how many times have you said it? And I don't think they will. But the difference this time than in the past years when their season ended before they'd really like it to, is that they can now say, we played young guys who were inexperienced. The way you get experience is by staying in the playoffs, where previously they'd be out in the first round. Now these guys got to play the Lakers. They got to go to Game 7, and they're guys who actually played and will play in the future. So they have a much better start on building a team for next year than they did when the previous seasons ended.
Shane Battier sat up here about half an hour ago, and he was asked, Lakers, Nuggets, who's going to have the edge? He said the Lakers. He said the Nuggets have not been tested yet. Now, obviously, his team just lost to the Lakers, so maybe he wants the Lakers to keep on going, but he said the Nuggets have not been tested yet. What are your thoughts? I know neither of us have seen the Nuggets in, I think, a month for me, maybe longer for you.
Well, I've watched some of the television games, and
sure,
it's just, and I haven't spent a minute thinking about it. The thing with the Nuggets, you know what, the funny thing I kind of think is going to happen? I think we might see more of the same. Well, there will be nights that the Nuggets are just throwing up stuff all over the place and hitting and getting on a roll, and that place goes crazy, and that feeds into the mentality of that team, where they are something of a front-runner team. I'm not sure they're ready to beat the Lakers in a Game 7. I'm not sure. I think the Lakers will grow from this experience. I think some of the guys who stepped up and played well today, Bynum, maybe Vujacic, guys, even Derek Fisher hitting some shots, as experienced as he is, you don't like missing game after game after game. I think those guys will have a bet. Trevor Ariza, those guys will have a better series next round than they did this one.
Good point. And it's been a great series. Thanks for being part of it.
Well, I enjoyed it.
I miss our chats already. I really do.
Well, feel free. Call anytime. Mark as well. You can point the camera at a copy of the Houston Chronicle and LA Times and just put them next to each other, and we can talk over the phone.
This isn't over. Maybe it'll be a playoff matchup next year.
Well, no, like I said,
regular season games too.
I'll be covering the finals. I think you'll be covering the finals.
Probably.
You buy the beers and we'll do it.
Sounds good. Thanks, Jonathan. I appreciate your time, and we'll stay in touch.